Hey guys, welcome to Desert Armory and More. Doing some trim repair here. Somebody did a pretty shoddy job on this. I posted a short about it, how bad it was. I had to remove it all and put it back properly. Let's see here. Anchor everything because I already took this off. It'd help if I turn the gun on, right? They never painted anything either, so it's poly. They used poly trim. What I'll probably do is just go up the whole one side and then do the other, or maybe I'll go back and forth. We'll see. Probably better just to go one side at a time so I can line it up better. But they also have, like, the problem is this trim, the toe kick here, or whatever you want to call it, the crown piece that covers it, they stuck this over on top instead of putting this on first, then your toe kick. So it made everything so much higher. And this is the poly, so you gotta be pretty careful when it comes off so don't break it, because it will snap. I've had it snap before. Usually that's when I'm removing it. I don't like need it anymore. So I've got to be kind of gentle here. So we take it all off. Of course, the nails are staying in there mostly. So grab it and twist it, take them out. Yep. And then it was never painted. It was caulked, but it was never painted. Not caulked very well. Maybe that. So, yeah. There we go. Alright. Take this off. It's just so getting warm enough. I don't need this on right now. Yep. Trying to debate if I should clean off the old caulking job I did so it looks nicer before I go too far on it. Because they did not do a very good job of spreading it. They probably used cheapy stuff. That painter's caulking that dries in minutes. That's just gross. Do it right the first time, I always learned. Do it right the first time. Anybody hop on here? Ah, sure enough. What's up, Sky? Oh, that's a different Sky. Gilly on here too? Oh, sure enough. Mr. Monkey, Mikey. Hey, Micah. Can't stay long, just checking in. How much for that co-op gun? Howdy. Made it, yep. I'm still waiting for a painting stream so I can see you paint over a bug. You're funny, Micah. What are you up to today? Looks like either taking off steps or putting some in. So this quarter round, I'll take you guys off the. So this quarter round, when they laid this floor and then stuck quarter round on, see those huge gaps? So you're supposed to make it so it doesn't have this, is you put this on first and then your toe kick to the edge. And then of course caulk it all real good. They didn't caulk it at all. They used plastic poly, which works, but let's see here. Same Sky. Oh, you're the same Sky. Okay. If you put caulking in your hair, it's grow much better. Really? On your other account. Okay. You still in the hospital? Probably, right? You were last night at least. I've got you backwards on the stand, so if I get up, I can look at it pretty easily. What's up, Dark? That same quality I know, right?
There's some quality construction there, folks. I'd pay top dollar for that.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, I gotta slowly then put the trim on here, make a line so I know where to cut it. And then use the jigger jagger with a little bit finer tooth to get in there. Turn it off so the trim sits flush again. Cut those the right length and reinstall them. crack down in there. Didn't get too much junk in it so it doesn't sit flat. Because I got to recut these all. But... Alright, let's see. Height-wise, the other one just needed a teeny little trim, not much. Let's see, I think I should be able to just take off about a 1/16 on the height because it's a little tall. The other one ends up being way too long, that piece. I really make sure that the blade doesn't grab on any of these and break them. Because I would have to obviously buy some new pieces if that happens. Alright. Leave that one loose for now. Get this one situated in there. Hope you're all having a good day so far. It was a little chilly this morning, some decent amount of frost. We got below freezing last night. Probably like 31, 30. Close the door are... let's see here. Hey, thanks for the sticker, Zach. Still here. Yeah. Hey, Adam, what's up? Posting some of my handyman stuff because I do that. Close the door. Are you trying to cool the whole neighborhood? It's empty. That would actually be heating up the whole neighborhood. Although the heater's not on. What we doing today? Fixing some trim, my friend. Whoever installed this before did a really shoddy job, so we're fixing it. Hey, Desert, says Naratu. I'm building a car. Yeah. Definitely building a car. With poly quarter round, we're building a car with some poly quarter round. Oh yeah, that's way better. It does have a little gap, so that means it's but if I push on it and nail it, it should be perfect. Perfect. Don't hit the wrong nail. As in that one. This is that one I hit real hard one time between two rocks. Alright. And then they just use crown staples to put this on and this on. And this. Like, you don't use crown staples, you use a type of adhesive, kind of like an FRP glue. Like a construction adhesive. Just horrible. Guy needs his license revoked from working. I have to gently pull it off so it doesn't break it too badly. And then pull out the staples, the screws that, not screws, the nails that stay in the wood. And the little piece of plastic's fall in there. And then it won't fit together tight. Yeah, most of them just pull on through because it's poly. It's not real good. Wow, that's pretty tight in there. Got a good bite. There we go. The spring's wearing out on this thing, even though I didn't use it much. Oh, it's not wearing out, it fell out. It's gone. No wonder it's not working right. Spring's slowly missing. Oops, didn't have to tighten that. Of course, with that big gap, junk just flies all in there. Alright, make sure I have the right way, because sometimes quarter round is taller one way than the other. This isn't because it's regular quarter round, but like a small toe kit cap pieces. Some of those are for like making fancy crown molding and base stuff, around windows and whatnot, case molding. There. Let's get this down. cat, with probably cat hair, because I found some, like, the cat litter granules inside some of the cracks of these. The little stone-looking granules. Who knows what's all over this stuff. Try to scrape off some of this old caulking. Make it look a little smoother. Because I'm going to run paint. Hopefully it's the right color it's supposed to be. I'm going to caulk all these over and run a little bit of paint over everything. They should have pre-painted everything, but no, they didn't. They just figured, oh, it's polished. It doesn't need painted. Nah, it doesn't need painting. We don't need Actually, there's something still in there. Let's see. We should be able to just cut off a little less than 8 on that one. Should be fine. What we got going? Let's see. Hey, what's up, Azura? Looking good, big man. Hey, what's up? W work. Hey, what's up, Super Mario? Going after video games with guns. Let's see here. Dang, YouTube needs to chill out. I know, right? Nothing right now because I'm in the hospital, but usually carry my PSA dagger. Awesome. YouTube is restricted even more on two. I know, right? Let's see, what's up, EDC? EDC's in here? Hey, EDC, what's up? Yep, yeah, that's what they did, EDC. They put vinyl planking all in there. You can do that, but you got to do it the right way. And they crown stapled everything. They put the quarter round after the crown, after these toe kick like caps were on. So there are gaps everywhere. It's called Gapville. You ever heard of Gap clothing? This one's called Gapville. Let's see here. Zura, thank you for coming by. Hey, brother, how's the day going? Pretty good, Steve. So far, we're fixing some of this trim here. I'll take you back off from the stand. So see these huge gaps they got here in the trim and then on these? Because they didn't put this proper. This kicks it up so it makes a huge gap. And then these are just poly, which is okay. And they just caulked it over, didn't paint it or nothing. So I have to take these off each individually one at a time, trim this back so that these sit flat. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place. They should have put these on first. And then your toe kick. You can do that. The problem is they used crown staples, which maybe you could use that on this if you do it tactfully, but not on these. I mean, come on. No. Nuh-uh. You're supposed to use construction adhesive with weight so it keeps it down pat. Anywho. Yeah. So we're slowly fixing it. We got these ones up tight. So we had to remove a chunk out right there. With a little jigger jagger multi-tool. That way it's way tighter. I mean, it's got a teeny gap. That's just because these go like this a little bit. But yeah, we got it way tighter. We lowered it, as you can tell, about an 1/8 inch. You can see the little line right there. But 121 of you in the chat. Appreciate you showing up to Desert Armory and More. We do handyman stuff, gun content, mine exploring, cave exploring. Check us out. Hiking. There we go. Forgot about that one. If you like that stuff, we'd love it if you could subscribe. I own my own handyman business, and this is a rental that I'm doing repairs on before it goes back on the market. So we thank you for coming by. We will keep working on. And I'll look at the camera off and on. Put you back up a little bit. There we go. There. Let's make sure that, whoa, I almost wiped out there, folks. You almost saw me fall. Went wee like that. All right, put this other one up. Yeah, I fix people's repairs all the time for this lady. As in like bad jobs people's done. This is like the 5th or 6th one. Oh, more than that. And then I repair a lot of her rentals because she's a property manager, realtor, which I actually rent from her myself. All right, go straight down from there. So I'm gonna cut off about almost a quarter. So now we got to cut off from that line right there, about a 1/4 inch almost to get it nice and flat. still a little long. Plus a little bit smaller than the other one. That's the main problem right now. Gotta lower this one a little bit. We lowered it some, or no, we never cut it. We got to take off about a 16th and 1/8 on that. Just a little bit, well slower.
Ever so slightly. What can you make?
This takes time to do all this, to do it right. That's why you do it right the first time, so you don't have to do it again. All right. Still a little bit proud, height-wise. Got to take another 30-second on. Perfect. That's how it's supposed to be, guys. That's how you do it. Oh, yeah. This is how you do it. Not the other way the other guy did. All right, right there. Let's get the right angle so you can get the gun to go. The nail gun. It's not a regular pew-pew, it's a nail gun. Totally legal. The next thing we gotta do is nail the top. Take a look at this one instead, guys. I did it way better. You look. Isn't that way better? Versus this. Look at that malarkey. Just look at that malarkey. Compared to this one, way better. I redid all this, way better. This is the excessive caulking that they stuck on, didn't spread it very nice and paint it. So now after it's all done, I gotta run a bead of caulk on top here, and in my holes here, which are smaller, I use 18 gauge for trim, not 16. They use big old 16 gauge to put this stuff on. Way too big. This has tighter of a fit. Oh, way tighter, yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. That is how it's supposed to be. All these gaps, junk and stuff going in, plus it looks disgusting. Perfect, he says. Nice work, by the way. Thank you. So technically, am I the only mod in here because the other guy had to go? Yep, currently. Are not the front knives, OTF. Not in Arizona, no. Nope. That is a knife, YouTube. We're working here, folks, so yep. You're doing a good job already. Thank you. And that you have to do for every step. Yep, every step, brother. Both sides at a time. Whoever put that must be blind. Sometimes you wonder, right? Wait, you have a Benchmade? No, it's not. It's a Trench Tech. I forgot how much I paid for that. I think when I bought it, it was about 50 or 60. Recently, they started selling them again at the same gun show, and they wanted $100. And I'm like, huh, why so expensive? I'm pretty sure I bought it a year ago, close to a year ago, for way cheaper than that. I said, I think it was like $60. He didn't say much. He didn't be like, oh, really? Wow. Now, I'm trying to remember where they're made. I think they're made in USA by a veteran, and they've got a lifetime warranty on them, as well as, say if you get pocket lint in there and you take it apart, it actually comes with a little wrench to take it apart, and they do not void the warranty if you have to take it apart if pocket lint gets in there. And then it's got the, what you call the back end for crushing glass, you know, to break glass.
Anyways,
appreciate y'all coming by. Things are in there pretty tight. Alright, let's take the top one out. Gotta do it gentle so you don't break them because it's poly. But it does flex, and some ways it's better in that respect. I don't know. Poly's a little hard to paint sometimes. You got there's like cat hair all in here, and dog hair, and dust bunnies, and dirt bunnies. What do you want to call them? Dust bunnies? I call them dust bunnies. Those little fur ball things. I don't know what you guys call them. these things, they're in there pretty tight. Herby and tight. Well, I don't know the pretty part, but yeah, that piece is good. We tack that one with a pin nailer. And yeah, they use 16 gauge as well for in between these things to put these little pieces. I definitely would have used either pin nails with a little glue or an 18 like I use. 16 gauge is way too big for this. Oh, trash guy's coming by. Trash truck. Let's trace this out. And we'll make it good here. So we're holding tight, press tight against the wall. Alright. Keep forgetting to put these earplugs in before I start cutting. Alright, let's get a good cut on this. Remove the piece, put your trim back in and see where you need to cut it. Make sure all the junk's out, so it'll lay flat in there. Clean off the excess caulking again that they had on there. Sometimes too with this poly, which with wood you do too, when you pull them out in the nail stage, you got to chunk out this plastic that hangs out because it pulls the nail through instead of with the piece of wood. So it makes it so it lays irregular. Hey, at least they marked them. They put an L on it, I guess for left. At least they got their lefts and right correct, huh? Alright, this lays in there. Gonna cut a teeny bit of teeny off this side, mate. Just a little bit, not that much. It's a little more than what you think it is. It seems that way anyways. Alright. This one. And this one. No, it's not bad on that side. This does come with a case, but it's like it's got a nice clip on it, so I just put it as a clip. More than it's supposed to. Alright, that one's about a 1/4 inch too. Yeah, it's got this little piece that when they nailed it in, because they used giant 16 gauge, it broke it. So we're gonna have to put that back in with some pin nailers and glue. Yeah, shoddy stuff, shoddy work. It's sad. What we got on here? Let's see here, Jerome. What's up? Hey, Simba. Doing some trim work. Last person was blind as a bat. I didn't install the trim. I was just removing it. I'm removing it and reinstalling it. Yeah, you also call them dust bunnies. What's up, Pat's fan? Appreciate you donating that 100. You always do. Really appreciate it. Window breaker, yep. Benchmade. Yeah, Benchmade or knife, but you pay quite a bit for it. Yeah, Trench Tech is made by a, what do you call it? Veteran company, so I like that. The last person didn't do the trim right. Yep, welcome Simba. Yo, what's up Simba man? Did you notice I got promoted to mod yesterday night? I'm back. I changed your name. Just start somewhere says, oh, okay, thanks. Can't say. I'm a fan of how the horizontal trim doing across the steps. I just don't want to sound mean if it's his. No, it's not my work. No. You talk about this right here, that white strip. This is laminate flooring they stuck on top, and they used crown staples to put it to the floor, as well as up against this. The toe kick too, as well as in here they used 16 penny for that teeny piece of trim, and 16 penny, 16 gauge, as well as putting this on. You want to use 18 for this, so it doesn't break it. Yep. It breaks it up, looks too busy. I know, that too, that's true. You would have to get some quarter round stuff that's like floor matching, like the toe kick, then it would look a little better. But yeah, horrible job. So slowly fixing it up, folks. Takes time. Yeah, I would have spent the extra and put the actual quarter round in there so it all matches. That's the right color. Let's see. I'm gonna have to take this off right now because it's too long. They installed it too long. I'll get it off without breaking it. Because the floor has this little downward and they stuck this in there. Messed up the length. Oh yeah. That's way better.
Oye, sí, señor. Sí, señor. Es más mejor, hermano.
They hire me a lot for their trim work because they're like, you really pay attention to detail and we like your work. The company I help out, she's a property manager, so I take care of a lot of the rentals. That's what this is, a rental. Getting it ready to be moved into. Of course, when they put the caulking on top of this little toe kick on the stringer here, they didn't spread it right. So much work around here. Shoddy is all get out. Es muy triste. This has a number 6 on it, so maybe that was actually a 7, not an L. Alright, that's more like it, folks. I can't misplace that. I'm gonna put that in. They used a big one. They use these huge 16 gauge for all this trim. They should use 18 because it just splits it and messes it up. Anywho, let's take this one off now. It almost came out with it. Try to clean off the excess caulking they have in there too. Well, this one has a number 9 on it as well, or 6, something like that. But not too heavily so don't damage the poly. This is poly, so not polyena, it's poly. Alright, let's trace this. Whoa, they boogered this up too, I just saw that. They broke this and put wood filler on it. It does blend in, but just not very well. Like I didn't know it until I got up close. There's a broken corner here, which I found a broken piece. Where's that at? I think it goes there. I found a broken piece. It might have been that piece, so it's broken. Just put it somewhere, because I was like, well, I might have to put it back in if I can find out where it belongs. Anywho. Alright, let's cut that one now. This one's not quite at 45. So I wonder if I can fix that since I need to make it shorter. Let's, we need to make it less steep, so we need to cut, now that'd be more steep. Wouldn't it? So if I cut the bottom, so it matches it tighter, we've got to cut this bottom but leave the other. Yeah. a little less than 45. I had to make sure I put it back to 45 because it's so close. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's how you do it, folks. This is how we do it. Do-do-do-do-do. All right. That one's a lot off. It's more than a quarter. Or it might be exactly a quarter. Let's see here. Looking at what you got here. Okay, can't say I'm a fan. Yeah, that one I read. See, it breaks it up. Looks busy. Yeah, that's a landlord special. Yeah. So this is, I'm not sure. I think this is one of the rentals she recently started taking care of as a property manager. Because otherwise she would have hired me to do it all. Let's see, still wait for this guy to paint over a doorknob. You know, we don't do that. We also do not paint around switches, the switch covers. We take them off first, then you paint. Don't get a brush and like go up against the cover. Take that cover off, right? Used to do furnace work on rich people's houses in Michigan. To be honest, I kind of miss it. I love feeling the stepping back and looking at a beautiful finished stairway. Yeah. What's up, Mark? Micah, no, not his work. He's fixing it. That's the same thing. Yeah, I know. 195 people were in here for a little bit there. I appreciate y'all showing up. So as you can tell, we do handyman work, but our channel is called Desert Armory and more. So we also do gun content, hiking, cave exploring, mine exploring. We'd love to have you join the family. We have a giveaway at 8,000 subscribers. So if you want to enter that giveaway, it's t-shirts, 2 t-shirts, 2 hats, and stickers of my YouTube channel. I just got the stuff, so we're kind of sampling them on you guys as a guinea pig. People say they like them so far, what I've sent them for picture-wise. So you just need to subscribe and turn the notifications on so you know when that giveaway is happening. Hopefully within a couple weeks. It depends on how soon we get 8,000. We have 7,558 last night, I think it was. Okay. All right, let's see how good this is. We got it. I think we're a little proud on that one. Height-wise, this one's a little bit long. Just a tick. Oh yeah, that's definitely tighter. You get any tighter? We could get a little tighter if we make the angle a little different than 45, ever so slightly. So when I do this type of stuff with trim, I make each piece extra long so I can overlap the two when I set them on the stairs. And if you make a mark here on this board and a mark there on this board, then you know where the angle needs to be and put another mark on the top here. That way every single one is perfect alignment with the way the stairs do this. Because technically they're not all 45s. Oh, that's way better. Oh yeah. I like it, it's the blowing on. Wait, you can't see it. He's blowing. Mommy, what is he blowing? That's better. Definitely better. Let's get down just a little bit. There we go. That's a lot better. A little misalignment there. That's not too bad. All right, next one up, guys. Next one up. It's one of those you gotta gently push on it. And come from the other side. Gently, gently, so you don't break anything. Prefer not to do that. There we go. This one's got a 5 on it. I mean, the other one's gonna say 4 or what? The other one said 6. Both of them did. Anyways, appreciate y'all coming by. Hope you're having a blessed day and hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you're from the States. All right, let's raise you up a little bit. Let's raise this stand up. Go. What we got going right here? 157. What's up, sir? Hey, what's up, a Riffy? A riffle? Hey, Jerome, man, you got popular. Looks like it. Let's see here. Robert, hello. Ben Bratt, how's it going? Yo, Jerome, what's up? Oh, there's your main one. Papa Pew Pews just went live. Awesome. Guys, check out Papa Pew Pews. If you like Pew Pews, guns. Or myself, I do this stuff. Handyman work as well as, what do you call it? I do mine exploring, cave exploring, stuff like that. Hiking. Check out the channel. Check out the channel, folks. That was pretty tight. Yeah, YouTube likes this stuff. They don't mind. So there's that little scrap I found. I don't know if it fits in that spot there. No, it's not where it belongs. Somebody broke it up. Me no gusta. Me no gusta. Little plastic bits in there now. And of course it doesn't want to come out. There we go. Alright, let's take this one. Those out. Hey, what's up, Russell? Didn't get a notification. I'll be right now. There you go. You see, he's going to be here after his stream. Oh, okay. Let me see how my batteries last in here. The other place was pretty bad. Let's see. I have 5G, 4 full bars, 86%. So we should be good. How you doing, Russell? All right, got the Jigger Jagger multi-tool here. We're doing repair work, Mr. Russell. Repairs, or fixing people's issues. Surprised they didn't need their tissues for that. I think a cat might have sprayed that one. It smelt when I was cutting that one. Cat urine. Yeah. Cat urine is just gross. Alright, get that one. So I'll take a little bit so I get my height better. There's some chunky rings. Actually, pretty close as it is. I think they cut it short. Unfortunately, but good for me, maybe. Alright, so make sure it's tight. That's definitely not a 45. I have to recognize that when I do it. Let's see, that's going to be less than a 45. So we need to make a mark on the opposite side here so we know where we're going. We got an angle since it's less than. Alright. So I can line up the drop shadow and put a marker across. It's pretty close to 45, I think it is. It's a little less because I can tell that this right here, the riser, is pulled in on that corner. Just, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, the marks I had was exactly 45. It definitely pulls itself in there. Repairs, repairs, oh, so many repairs. Uh-oh, I got something back in there. Might have to take off the other one to match it up. Make sure it's in there good. Definitely need to drop it down. That means this is too tall. Alright, I figured I'd have to trim this one a little bit, but I never did yet.
Yeah, but should short these.
About a 16th or 32nd. What's halfway in between a 16th and a 32nd? Takes two 1/32 to make the 16th. That would be 3/64. Probably, yeah, 3/64. Because it takes 2/64 to make one 1/32. Alright, what we got in here now? Didn't get notifications, that's good. Morning, Desert. What's up, Sassy? Interesting how doing carpentry brings more view than guns. Shows how much YouTube hates guns. Yep. Yep. Yeah, there's 94 in the chat right now, which is cool. Appreciate every one of you. Helps the channel grow. We're doing some repairs here from a shoddy job. Alright, I think I can get that a little bit lower. Push on it like that. Some people unfortunately do not know how to do trim. So we gotta repair it. And work with what we got. It would look even better if you would have started from scratch. Like rip it all out and just totally put all new in instead of using what's here. But that's not what we are doing. So we got stuff behind here so it's not sitting flat. Gotta repair that. This one, they did put a little caulking on the joint, probably because they're like, oh, it was too big of a gap, and they really know that would be the bad job on the 45 joint. They forgot about all the other big gaps that we're repairing. Ready? What do you guys got planned for Christmas? I might be going to see my brother in California where I used to live for 12 years. If he's going to be around, I got to contact him and see. I'll probably end up training over there. I like training over there, it's fun. Taking the train, the Amtrak. We'll see. I got to message him. He's called me a couple times, but he usually calls me when I'm doing a live, so unfortunately, I can't answer it. He's done that a couple times. He's the one right up above me, otherwise. Jordan. Jordan's his name. They left a nail crowd here too, so it's making this stick up so hard. Staple actually on a nail. cut anyways. Let's see if we can get these ones out. I might have to get out that there's a staple right in my way. I think I'll have to take it out so I can cut the plastic, the toe kick here. It's stuck on wrong. Now the customer has to pay for this twice because they already paid someone to put it on who knows when. Seems like a little while ago. Now they're paying me to fix it. You can grab it, okay? Break it something. I'm pretty sure I gotta take it out. Oh, let's see if I can get the tip of this knife in there without breaking the tip. Probably break the tip. Get this there. It's barely sticking up enough I can barely grab it. Yeah, with these vice grips. If I get the one side off, that's the side that's in the way. That's not part of it. Oh, I can pull up the flooring. There's kitty litter in there, like the little granules from kitty litter. Why is there kitty litter on the stairs? Who knows? I must have dumped the whole bucket down the stairway. There we go. If I can get this, the rest of it out now. There's that one. This one's in the way. Oh, broke part of it off. There we go. Pencil, make a mark. Is there another staple right next to it? Sure looks like it. They have two staples? Is that why I was having problems? I'm pretty sure there's another staple next to it, but I think I'm right beside it. Should be able to breeze past it with a jigger jagger. We'll find out, otherwise I'll ruin my blade. It's not good. It's a fairly new blade, so. Definitely another nail there that I was able to bypass a little bit. Get this one out too. Why do they have two of them? Okay. There's already one here. There we go. Clean that one off already. So about 16th on that one. Yep. Let's see, interesting how carpentry brings views. Yep. Let's see, great craftsmanship, but the trim looks awful. I know, right? Yeah, well, for one, they never painted it. It's poly that's unpainted. And so, yeah, that's horrible. I'm just fixing whatever the other guy did. Once you caulk it, it covers a multitude of blemishes, so that helps in painting it too. Yeah, I know it's ugly. Yep. Yeah, I'm repairing a job that someone else did, so we're just fixing what someone else did. Watch, I'll show you guys. I'll get you up close. So the person who installed them before did monkey around stuff like this, gaps everywhere. You ever heard of Gapplebees? That's what this is. Gapplebees. Instead of Applebee's, Gapplebees. Look at that. Instead, you need to cut out that chunk so you can lay them more flat, which they should have did this first and then cut the toe kick to the right. Yeah, as you can see, I had to lower it. There's where it used to sit. They're definitely way better. It's not perfect, but what I'll do is I'll put a bead of caulking on top and over my holes and then put paint on it. Someone might say, well, why not paint these first? I could, but then I'd have to mark every single one of them exactly where they came from. And I'm afraid I'm going to scrape them up and get them mixed up because they're so precise to where they came from. Yep, it's ugly as ever. Hey, Brookside, guys, shout out to Brookside. But yeah, this is just horrible. These gaps I'm fixing. That one is the worst. Look how high that thing is. It's like Mount Everest down in there. Could almost fit half a pinky in there. Half a pinky? A full baby pinky. Yeah, shout out to Brookside, guys. Check them out. Awesome channel. All right, let's see here. That down pat nice. And yeah, it's not the greatest what they did. We're just trying to make it 3/4 decent. 3/4 decent at least. Should back up. Thing's a little crooked. Here we go. Whoops. I would go a different route. Yep, I would too. If it was me, I'd rip it all out and start from scratch, but it's not mine. Yep, landlord special, yep. It's not my house. If it was mine, I'd rip it all out and do it right the first place. But we're just getting it to be presentable. Currently, it was not presentable. I do trim quite often, so I know what is presentable and what isn't, and this is not. Alright, so I'm going to trim that by a... Maybe I can get down here. Yeah, it needs a little bit more. This needs a 32nd off. That tight, we gotta cut that even more now. A little bit more. Maybe it should have been a 16. There we go. Yep, gotta pull the old off, trim stuff back, make it fit, put it all back in, caulk and paint it. Fix the person's horrible job they did already. Yeah, they also use crown staples to put these toe kick on and the top landings. The top of the landing. For one, I think if it was my house, I would have put regular wood, like wood planks. Actual wood for stairs. Actual toe kick wood stuff. Well, that's a horrible cut. That definitely was a blind one. Looks like they cut it in. It just went. Gotta clean all the caulking off. That's what I'm scraping right there, so it looks a little more presentable when I gotta repaint it. Well, they never painted it in the first place, so paint it. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I used big old 16 pennies to put this on. Sorry, 16 gauge. I use 18 for trim, especially littler stuff. And if I'm tacking something, pin nailer. Big old pin nailer. kitty hair. Kind of gross. I'm not a huge cat fan. Especially like when I was cutting it, it smelled like cat urine. Not one of these, it was the toe kick right here. I think it was that one. It smelled like cat urine. Bleh. Disgusting. Alright, pencil again. Don't have to cut much on that one. Very little. Let's see here. Doesn't matter, money is money. Yep. Yo. Hey, Phoenix. Been a little while. Appreciate you coming by again. We're doing pretty good. Fixing some trim work. Have to rip it out, put it back in, cut it the right size, pocket paint it, all the good stuff, you know. Yeah, little flush balls like this cat hair. Blech. Not my favorite. I don't like kitty cats that much, unfortunately. Pretty much every one's about 1/4 inch that I gotta cut off. There's a staple being a little bit proud there. Kind of does this little bow here. Alright, let's cut this one. Perfect. Right on the money. Ooh. Someone was saying money is money. I guess that would be for like the job the other guy did, which was this work. That's true, but the thing is he shoots himself in the foot because if you do a shoddy job and the customer knows it, you're never getting hired by them again. That's why I'm a firm believer in doing it right the first time. So you have to deal with this as well as not quite as good as it could be if you did it right the first time. Then you get a good relationship with the customer and they call you back all the time. Job security. More cat hair. My parents taught me well about that, doing the job right the first time. They can teach you it, but then you can decide to make it go in one ear and out the other, or take it to your head. Take it to heart, actually, I guess they'd say. Apply it for everyday life and it benefit the rest of your life. way tall. At least it does. So, about an 1/8 inch. Most of those are about a 16th or 32nd. About an 1/8 inch. See, 48 people in the chat, an hour and 2 minutes in. We might just restart it here shortly, but we'll see. Getting more than we had. 48 is a decent amount though, so that's a blessing. All right, to get that down deeper, I'll have to cut the tip off. Possibly, that's not going to change anything though. It's about as close as we can get to what we have, unfortunately. That's a pretty big amount too. It's more than a quarter. Definitely too long. Let's cut off a little bit on this one. We already cut off. I think it's another 16. There we go. I think we're out of nails. Yep. Gotta go dig out a reload. All right, got a whole stack of them. That should be definitely enough to redo them all. And we got our pin nailer for doing little repairs. See if we can put that little pin piece on. This little piece. That's like a pin nailer to go through this stuff. It's kind of hard. The material. I think this battery must be going dead. Yeah, only one bar. You can hear it's like. You're like, how was that again? Can you try it again? That's the one I didn't do that. Come on, Tucker. Chocolate over now. Take out that too. Yeah, that one, because they didn't install it right in the first place, that ended up being too short. Just a little bit, this piece. Unfortunately, but I can't put it on a board stretcher. We don't have any of those. We done short. Just ran out last week of board stretchers. Oh, I think I found out where this piece goes. Where's it at? I just saw it. See, if you look right there, we're missing a piece. I bet you that's where it belongs somewhere. Possibly. Probably belonged in there somewhere, but this feels too fat. It is kind of fluffed up. That could be it, because look, then they broke it there too when they nailed it. Boys and girls. You're fast on your feet. Oh yeah, I guess so. 23 in the chat. It helps being an active person in when I hike and stuff and hunting. That was one thing, like all that hunting I did, there was two things that kept me going the 38 miles I hiked, roughly 38. The endurance from hiking, as well as the, obviously the push of the hunt, whatever you want to call it, to want to get a deer, you know. Put you back up a little bit, there you go. All right, we gotta cut some stuff. Should do it. Make sure it's good and clean. Pretty sure there's cat urine on this too. I can see some yellowish residue down there. Yuck. Yuck. Alright, this one we're gonna have to take this one off so we can heat it up properly. But I can break this piece to second. Little token piece. Gonna have to get another battery for that nailer. Phew. Probably that cat hair. Back this corner. Bust it off. See, that's what they could have used. A little bit of adhesive and then a pin nailer. That way you don't see any nail holes for that little piece. Instead of big old 16 gauges. That one was the pockets. This one we got. Well, the real thing is just don't put those in front of this. Do something better. Leave those up there somewhere. Put it back in there. Get this in the right place. Tuck tight. And then we can get to the right length because it was going to be the wrong place. Got 3/16 off on this one. Must be about a quarter a little more. Oh yeah, right on. Roll down, run. Hey, we're getting close to the top on this side. Then I got a lot of repairs to do up on top too. Trim work that's just disgusting. I did a short about it as well as this one too. How they did a trim around the case molding by the doors. Ran this past the case molding, then bent it in. Wow, horrible. Again, you read the first one. Oh, we might get a staple on that one. We're close enough, I can do it like I did last time, cut it by it and then pull it out. We shall find out. Any baseboard up here too, she wants me to touch up on the top story. Or I think she's got some paint that's peeling on the wall over here, some of the little patches too. I might have to paint some of that too. She didn't see anything about that. I did take a picture of some touch up there that they must have did the wall they painted up there with a roller and never cut in, it looks like. Because you can tell the walls are a little bit more grayish blue white versus the ceilings are white white. At least I can tell. You can't. Sorry about that. I can tell. You can't. Close your eyes and blow that stuff. The kitty litter. Yeah. Way better than it did before. Way better. Since I trimmed it down a little bit. What happened to the stairs? Hey, Fishy, somebody messed it up. How to fix it? Yeah, you don't know. So here's what someone did, Fishy. See this stuff? When they put on their trim, see those big old gaps? They call it Gapplebees. That's what I call it. That one's one of the worst. Actually, I think this one is. See how big the gaps are? So what you should do is put all these on first and then cut the toe kick to it. Like they did here. These in-between pieces covering up that gap. But, oh no, and they never painted these. They're just the polyplastic. Did a horrible caulking job on it, and they never caulked from this to this and painted into it. So we already have about 3/4 of this side done where our nailer is there. So we just have that one, we just took that one off. But if you go down here, we did all these already. What's up, Moist Beans? So we had to cut out this chunk here, in that, cut it out so we can lay this flat. Recut this end, sometimes the other, so we can try to get this joint tighter because these are irregular. But these definitely would have been tighter if I would have started from brand new of these. And these are poly, they're not they're plastic material. I'm actually about to restart the live because there's some little people in here now, but we got up to 200 some people in here at once, someone said. But yeah, like this here would have not been like that if I would have started from scratch. But they said, well, use what you have, so it's a little bit off there because I have to make these meet up there a little bit better versus these ones. Yeah. Because these aren't all 45s exactly, and so there's a way you can do it where you can get both joints nice and tight, but unfortunately, since I'm using the original stuff, what the customer has already, it won't work. I'm not sure if I can get you in my pocket. Let me see if I can get you in my pocket. You get POV. My chest, though, is probably going to touch something and mess it up. All right. Put this in there. Make sure it's the right height there, and then get this one, that kitty litter out of there. Oh, we're gonna have to take this out too. See, this one's running the same problem. When this is shoved tight in there, see that difference that they had already right there? And so I gotta take this one out so this one sits flush against the back corner. I wonder where they started. They might have started at the top then, who knows? You never know. And then, yeah, look at this stuff, it just, yuck. They like remarked it with a razor blade or something. Like, look at the razor blade marks there. They messed up or something. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird, folks. Weird. Very weird. All right, I'm not sure we can see there, but I think you can see most of it. All right. Clean off the extra caulking, so when I repaint it, it sits nice and flat and don't have gobs of caulking everywhere. All right. Make sure I don't tuck it back too far. There we go. Lift that up. It's too far back. There we go. All right, there. Thing keeps wiggling around.
Wiggling all over God's creation.
Hold still, brother.
Hold still, brother.
Put you back on the stand over here. But yeah, I was just showing you what's going on with everything. It's just pretty bad. All right, let's get you back on the stand. There we go. Put you up a next notch. Let's see, is that this one? Yeah, there we go. All right. There we go. All right, we got to cut this one. All right, now the first one's a little long. This one. Although, it could be a little bit hard to tell when this one's too long. Okay, that line up there. We open up this side just a little, make it a little less than 45. Just some flush, more flush. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh yeah, right on the money, brothers and sisters. Right on the money. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how all would look if I started from scratch. Tight as torches can be. Unfortunately, since we're reusing what we have, don't get quite as tight. Got a little swallow in the stairs here. Although, the portion was going to be gapped there anyways, and unless we tuck the other two ends and push the center out. Since it is poly, won't flex. Alright, where are my pencils at? 14 in the chat. Let's see. Your Jerome is a contractor. He does carpentry by day, and he's a hitman by night. Daniel's little one is going. Okay, so like I saw her. He sent me a picture of her. He just sent it his live. I'm gonna end mine and restart it. So we're gonna be right back, guys. If you're new to the channel, Desert Armory and More. We're gonna restart the chat so we can get back in the algorithms. Oops. Appreciate y'all coming by to Desert Armory and More. We'll be right back. We're going to start it right back up. Our channel's name is Desert Armory and More. And my business name is, well, this is my old shirt. So anyways, we'll be back. Plus I got to respond to a couple texts that came in. See you back in about, I don't know, 2 minutes, something like that. See you in a bit. We'll see you later.